You've done the work. You've journaled, you've listened to the podcasts, and you've finally identified the pattern. You know why you push people away, why you procrastinate, or why you seek external validation. You had the aha moment. You finally understand yourself. So, why hasn't anything changed? Why are you still standing in the exact same spot, watching yourself make the same mistakes in slow motion? Today, we're diving into the psychology of the insight-action gap and the 3 scientific reasons why knowing your patterns isn't enough to break them. The first reason is a sneaky psychological defense mechanism called intellectualization. In psychology, this is when we use logic and analysis to avoid the actual pain of an emotion. By understanding our trauma or our patterns, we feel like we're making progress. It feels productive. But here's the catch. Your brain is using that knowledge as a shield. If you keep the problem in your head, you don't have to feel it in your body. Understanding the why becomes a way to stay safe in the what is. You've essentially turned your growth into a research project instead of a lived experience. Reason number 2 is purely biological. Your insight lives in the prefrontal cortex, the logical, newest part of your brain. But your patterns? Those are stored in the basal ganglia. This area is responsible for habits and automatic behaviors. Think of it like this. The prefrontal cortex is the CEO, but the basal ganglia is the factory floor. The CEO can send as many memos as they want saying we need to change production. But if the machinery on the factory floor is rusted into one specific shape, the memos don't matter. Patterns stay the same because your brain is optimized for efficiency, not happiness. A familiar bad pattern requires less energy than an unfamiliar good one. This is perhaps the hardest pill to swallow: secondary gain. In psychology, secondary gain is the hidden benefit you get from a negative pattern. You might understand that your people-pleasing is exhausting, but the secondary gain is that you never have to face conflict. You might know your procrastination is hurting your career, but the secondary gain is that you never have to face the fear of truly failing at something you gave 100% to. Until you identify what your bad pattern is doing for you, your brain will refuse to let it go. You aren't just stuck. You're often staying in the pattern because the alternative feels more dangerous. So, how do we bridge the gap? First, stop researching and start feeling. When the pattern shows up, don't analyze it. Notice where you feel it in your body. Is your chest tight? Is your stomach churning? Second, aim for micro shifts. Don't try to rewrite the whole pattern today. If your pattern is to shut down during an argument, try staying in the room for just 30 seconds longer than usual. Third, address the safety issue. Your brain repeats patterns because it thinks they keep you safe. You have to prove to your nervous system, not just your mind, that the new behavior is actually survivable. Understanding your patterns is the map, but it is not the journey. You can memorize the map all day, but you won't get anywhere until you actually start walking. If you found this insight helpful, hit the like button and let me know in the comments. What's a pattern you've understood but are still working on changing? Don't forget to subscribe for more psychology facts. I'll see you in the next video.